Our MC, his name is Cirrus, a man of integrity, and he has a very strange system. And with the help of this system of his, people who are targeted by him will inspire the deepest restlessness in their heart. And right now he seems to be inside a dungeon and his party members are running away because they have encountered a very strong monster. And that monster is a beautiful lady, and she is disappointed to see the power of the humans because they are too weak for her. And she is happy to know that the humans are not as strong as her demon king. And her name is Yug. She is the demon queen, one of the party members, a beautiful lady who is a D class, and her name is Brave Bella. She asks Cirrus to run away from there because he is just a F level warrior, when she who is a D class warrior is in that condition. And if he fights with those monsters, she is afraid that he won't be able to hold even a single strike. But our man is there to protect the safety of the city that is outside of that dungeon. How can he escape at such a critical moment? Cirrus gets ready to deal with Yug by himself alone. And the demon queen Yug, she seems to be bored because the humans are very weak, and they are not giving her that kick. However, that sight of hers is making someone nosebleed. Bella tells him to run away from there because he doesn't stand a chance against those monsters. The monsters notices Cirrus and informs their queen that someone is still standing over there. She charges forward with her soldiers to kill that man who is still standing tall there. She gets ready to use his head to make a wine glass for her beloved king. Cirrus activates his skill, I love a piece of firewood, and locked his target, the demon queen. She jumps at him with her big hand, grabs his head with her big hand, and gets ready to eat him with her sharp teeth. Then something unthinkable happens. The system notifies, kiss completed, attack increased by 100. The system continuously improves his combat effectiveness. Bella is confused and shocked to see the sight in front of her eyes. The soldiers are confused too, to see their queen like that. Grabbing the chance, Cirrus uses his long sword to cut some monsters. The queen also realized the thing she is doing with a human right now. She let go of Cirrus and retreats back. The Giga Chad who managed to kiss the demon queen wipes the lipstick of the demon queen from his lips. And the demon queen is confused thinking what just happened to her back there. She wanted to kill that human, but she kissed him instead. She is confused, but one thing is sure, that it's that human's fault, who is still standing strong for the safety of the city people. The monsters are confused because their queen just kissed that human, who is calling them to bring it on, and that he will fight with them until the end. And the monsters have also heard about the rumors that the queen have found a small one outside, but they didn't expect it to be a human being. One of the monsters get mad at those two monsters who are talking about the queen. He scolds them for questioning the queen's feeling for their king, because they are Warcraft, and according to them, only dirty humans would do such thing as cheating. However, the queen is feeling something strange, and her heart is eating super fast. But she gets ready to make sure that the king will never know about her kissing a human. She orders her soldiers to kill that human, tear him into shreds. The giant monsters jumps at Cirrus with a giant axe. Our Giga Chad is also ready with his sword. Cirrus uses his sword to block the strike, but his sword gets broken into pieces. He didn't expect just one blow to break his sword. Another monster charges toward him with another big axe. This time Cirrus dodges the strike, because he doesn't have a sword to block it this time. Cirrus, whose attack power has increased by 100 points. He gets ready to strike back too, and his strong attack breaks the handle of the axe of that monster. Another one gets ready to attack him from behind, but our Giga Chad already noticed him, so he gets ready to use all of his strength in this one attack and strike down that monster with one blow. And he does. He strikes the monster with his powerful strike and even send the monster flying away. Bella is surprised to see that an F level actually managed to took down a Warcraft. She is confused to see because this is not the power that an F class should have. And Cirrus is sure that that attack of his must have cut that monster in half. But no, the monster is still standing, and that powerful attack of his only managed to scratch the skin of that monster. Then Cirrus suddenly notices someone jumping at him from behind. And it's the beautiful queen with her long leg. She gets ready to finish him off with that one leg strike. Cirrus blocks her leg with his arm X technique. Then boom, a big blast. The monsters are happy to see their queen who have taken down the human with just one attack. She has suppressed him with her one leg. One of the monsters charges forward to take Cirrus's head. Now that he has been suppressed by their queen, the queen attacks that monster with her tail. He flies far away and slams onto the ground. And now he is confused why the queen attacked him. She orders everyone there to stay away from that human, because he is her prey, and if anyone who disobeys her order, she will kill them by herself. And as for the human, she gets ready to teach him a lesson by herself. And the restlessness index have rise to 91% now. Now the queen gets ready to bite him to death with her sharp teeth. Then something starts to happen to his ears. Some liquid starts to fall on his ears. His defense increases by 50. And if this is the price for him to become powerful, he gets ready to sacrifice himself for the safety of people in the city. And the queen is also confused thinking why she became so strange. And she actually took the initiative to do such thing to a human being. She is unable to stop herself from doing these strange things to this human. and her body, it's not listening to her. And now the monsters are super confused because the thing that they are seeing in front of them is not how a monster kills human. But one of them is sure that the thing their queen is doing with that human is making their queen stronger. And he is correct. His queen is making the Giga Chad stronger. His defense has increased by 130, attack power by 150. And now he is sure that with this much strength, he might have a chance to deal with this group of monsters. He gets ready to fight back and stab the queen from behind with his broken sword. The queen, who is busy attacking him with her sharp lips. That sneak attack of Cirrus gets blocked by the queen's tail. And Cirrus is shocked even with that much power. He is still unable to take this female monster, who is grabbing him by his neck. The queen, who is double in his size, grabs him by his neck and slams him on the wall. And monsters are happy to see that their queen actually really wants to kill that human. However, I don't think that the queen wants to kill him, because her body is feeling strange, and it's because of this human in front of her. But she is still holding herself back because they are in front of so many people. She gets ready to teach this human in front of her a very good lesson for attacking her monster kin. And she gets ready to start by tearing his clothes first. She tears both of his clothes and armor, and gets ready to see with her own eyes the difference between the human's small body and the body of the monsters. And seeing him shirtless is rising some kind of feeling inside the demon queen. Now she really wants to see his muscles. Yug gets ready to check his muscle, and Cirrus is also ready to bear it. But seeing him like that, something is welling up from deep inside of the demon queen, and is drooling after seeing him like that. This time she gets ready to eat him up, and Cirrus didn't expect his life to end like this. Demon Queen starts to attack him with all her might. And even though Cirrus's strength is increasing, but he is sure that he is still not strong enough to fight her. And for the safety of the people of the city, he gets ready to sacrifice his little self to achieve greater self. The brave hero raises his hands to grab the queen. Then suddenly, his defense increases by 200, concentration increases by 4,450, sensing increases by 700, and the queen is attacking him with all her might. Then someone arrives there and is shocked to see the sight in front of his eyes. And he is the Demon King. His sword falls down from his hand after seeing his wife doing the do thing with a human in front of so many people. Now both of the warriors seems to be satisfied after their strong fight with each other. Then she notices the Demon King, who is super shocked after seeing his beautiful queen with another man. And now he is super mad. The system notifies Cirrus that the Demon King Bartley have received a critical hit from him. And with all those bonus he got from the Demon Queen, his level has increased. The Demon King gets ready to tear that human into pieces with his own two hands. Queen gets ready to explain herself to the king, but the brave hero gets ready to protect her. He doesn't know if his current level is strong enough or not, but he gets ready to defend the queen from that king. If you guys are enjoying it, then please do 1k likes for part 2. Next, the Demon King, who is boiling in anger, charges towards Cirrus with his full speed. Just like Flash vanishes in the air, shouting, "Leave my beloved queen." He strikes Cirrus with his strong strike and send him flying far away, next to Bella, but he is still fine from that strike. But Cirrus notices that the man in front of him is super strong. He appeared in front of him in an instant, and his attack power was also super strong. Demon King yells at Yug for doing something like this to him, when she said that there won't be next time. His beloved queen cheating on him was too much for the poor Demon King. He is confused, thinking why his beloved queen did something like this to him. Yug get mad at the Demon King for yelling at her when she thinks that it's the Demon King mistake, because he came so late and that human did something to her body. She yells at the Demon King for coming late and she almost made a mistake. He did something wrong here, yet he still have the nerve to question her, threaten her. She then asks him what took him so long to come there, and now she is mad at him. The king tries to explain himself and tells his beloved queen not to get angry at him. And seeing those two monsters arguing among each other, Cirrus gets ready to grab this chance and sneak away quietly away from there, because the level difference between him and that Demon King is too big. There is no chance for him to win against that Demon King, unless he gets some attacks from that Demon Queen. Cirrus and Bella gets ready to sneak away from there, and the Demon Queen is crying for some reason, and the king is trying to comfort her, and their soldiers are confused, thinking what to do there. Should they go and approach their king and queen? But in that situation, they are sure that their king and kill them for sure. The king accepts his mistake that he came so late and caused her to be seduced by that human, and almost let their loyal and pure love almost tarnished by that human. And since this is all that human's fault, he gets ready to kill that human. Yug gets happy to hear that. She informs the king that their love is eternal, and even if they die, they will return to nothingness together, and that she could never fall in love with any other man. The king yells at his soldiers for letting those human run away. The soldiers apologizes because the queen ordered them not to interfere. The king gets ready to take action by himself and uses his lightning speed to attack Cirrus again. He appears in front of Cirrus and gets ready to kill him for daring to seduce his beloved queen. He strikes Cirrus once again with his strong blow, sending Cirrus flying once again, slamming on the ground, and comes back to where the queen is. That blow was so strong that some of Cirrus's bones seem to have broken. and he is not strong enough to guard against that strong guy's attack at all. His speed is too fast, making Cirrus difficult to see through it. Demon King charges towards Cirrus again with his lightning speed, and this time, the Demon King gets ready to make sure that he kills the human with this one strong blow of his. Cirrus also realized that this attack will definitely take his life, so he activates his skill once again. The Demon Queen jumps into the fight and slaps the Demon King, shouting, "Don't hurt him." Thus she saves the hero once again. The Demon King is shocked to see this action of his beloved queen. Seizing this chance, Cirrus uses all his power that he has on his legs to get away from there. The Demon King is still confused, thinking why his beloved queen slapped him like that. The system notifies Cirrus that he has landed a critical hit on the Demon King, and his level have rise by 1 level. The Demon Queen gets ready to follow that human who is making her body strange like this, and the king is confused why his beloved is trying to save that human, when she said that he is the only one for her, and the one she loves the most in her life. She frees her hand from the grab of that Demon King, then run towards the human who is making her body starch, and she doesn't want to bear this feeling that is swelling up inside her. She jumps onto him with her big hands. She slams her giant body onto that tiny human, crushing him onto the ground. Cirrus' vitality and concentration starts to rise again, and the Demon King is just shocked to see the sight in front of him. On the other side, Cirrus's attack power, his HP and other abilities are keep on increasing, thanks to certain Demon Queen, who is helping him. The Demon King is shocked and thinks that he must be not good enough. That's why the human took advantage of that and seduced his beloved. He gets ready to kill that human and make everything right between him and his beloved queen. But the queen yells at him for disturbing her and tells him to get out of there and don't bother them. This super shocked the poor Demon King. The system notifies Cirrus that the Demon King have suffered some critical hits, and Cirrus's level have increased by 5. Bella gets ready to help Cirrus from that Demon Queen, jumps at the Demon Queen with her sword. The Demon Queen who is wiping some blood from Cirrus. Cirrus tries to stop her, but it's too late. She gets tied up by the tail of the Demon Queen. The Demon Queen slams her on the wall, and gets busy on attacking Cirrus again. And the queen is confused, thinking why is she feeling like this? She is no longer the same person she was before. However, she is feeling that touch of joy in this strange feeling. And poor Demon King is now super mad because his beloved queen lied to him. Her promises, they were all lies. He screams in pain, the pain only man who got cheated can imagine. No hard feeling, brothers. The Demon King charges with his full speed at those two. He swings his sword at the Demon Queen Yug. Then suddenly the attack gets stopped for some reason. And the reason is he still loves her and can't kill her. He starts to break down, and the queen gets back to what she was doing with that human. Then some kind of light starts to glow from the body of the king. The system notifies Cirrus that he has made the Demon King completely collapse and the Demon King is about to self-destruct. And Cirrus's level have increased by 3 levels. The queen comes back to her senses and asks the king what is he trying to do there. The monster soldiers gets ready to escape from there because their boss is about to explode himself. And that's going to be too destructive. They will be killed if they don't escape from there. The system notifies Cirrus that his level have increased by 10 and has unlocked a new skill. Since the Demon King is about to self-destruct himself and Cirrus have got a new skill, he gets ready to take down the Demon King with his own 2 hands. And his new skill, he slashes the Demon King's head with just 1 strike, and this new skill of his is called Instant Kill. This skill turns his body into a shadow, teleports him around the enemy within 5 meters, and launches slashing attack. The Demon King's body falls in front of the Demon Queen Yug, and with that attack of Cirrus, it stopped the self-destruction of the Demon King. Cirrus is surprised that he has gotten stronger, and if he keeps upgrading with the Demon Queen, he is sure that he will get more skill in the future. And now Yug is disappointed. She accepted to marry the Demon King because she thought he was strong, but now he is in front of her without a head. Demon King jumps at her, even though he doesn't have a head, and holds her tight in his arms. This scared the shock out of Yug, which makes her tail to let go of Bella. Demon King gets ready to make the promise she made with him come true, that they will be together even in death. The system notifies Cirrus that the Demon King is about to self-destruct again. And now Yug doesn't want to complete that promise anymore. And on the other hand, Cirrus is ready to flee from there with Bella. Yug calls for help, someone to come and help her. Cirrus comes to save his Demon Queen. He slashes the Demon King's hand and grabs Yug and flies away from there. The Demon King then self-destruct himself. However, the 3 of them manage to escape from that destruction, but they seems to have fallen deeper into the dungeon. They safely landed in the lower level of that dungeon. Cirrus wonders if they have fallen to the bottom of the dungeon. Then he notices something in the hand that he was holding the Demon Queen. There is some kind of an animal instead of that Demon Queen. The system notifies him that the animal is the Warcraft Yug's body, Linlong Lizard. And right now, her magic is 0, and her HP is 9. She then hides herself inside the darker side of Cirrus. Bella wakes up, asking Cirrus if he is fine. The system notifies Cirrus that the Demon King has been successfully eliminated. and he has got a reward, a dungeon map, and asks if he wants to accept or not. But he is in very tough situation right now. He can't press that accept button. If he does, then he will be pressing something else. Bella notices Cirrus, who seems to be piercing his gaze at the screen that is near Bella's important body part. She moves her treasure away from his face and apologizes for landing like that. And now she is feeling embarrassed. Cirrus accepts the reward. The map opens, and it shows him the precise location of the traps and direction to the dungeon boss, and resources that are inside that dungeon. Cirrus is happy because now he can go directly to the boss room without worrying about getting lost. And seeing him acting like that, Bella wonders if he saw something in the air. Cirrus informs her that it's nothing, and she can't see the system, only Cirrus can see his system. And now they have recovered some strength. They gets ready to explore that dungeon. Then suddenly something happens to Cirrus's heart. He starts to spit purple blood, and it's scaring Bella. Something starts to happen to his finger. He grabs his hand and starts to scream in pain. His finger starts to melt away. He starts to roll on the ground screaming in pain. The purple blood starts to come out from his back too. Bella holds him tightly so he will not roll on the ground. Or maybe to ease his pain. Half of his pinky finger melts away, and slowly he calms down. He sits up and informs Bella that he is alright while looking at his half pinky finger. Bella, who is in her confused state, asks Cirrus what is going on with his body, and why his finger melted. Cirrus informs her that it happened because he is poisoned. Then he informs us about a story that happened half a year ago, that the Warcraft attacked the city and he was also caught up in that attack. Many monsters were fighting with a hero from the guild, and the hero was protecting a box, but the box got slashed by a monster. Some kind of strong energy came out from the box. It was so strong that the wave from that energy sent him flying far away, and was crushed into some rocks. And after that suddenly the sky became red, and blood started to rain down. The smell was so pungent that he was barely able to hold his vomit. After that the hero started to melt away like a candle, and not only the hero, but the monsters too melted away. Cirrus was still in the pile of rocks and had not directly came in contact with that bloodly rain. But by just smelling the rain, he was poisoned. When he wake up, he was already in the hospital and the doctor informed him that he had at most 1 year to live. Just then the system activated and informed him that the blood of the demon god can be detoxified. He accepted the system to get that antidote for the poison, and later he knew that the detoxification, or whatever, is in the dungeon right under the city. They gets ready to go and find some clothes and weapons from the room in front. Next, in a big hallway, there are some people walking in a line. And a big guy, who seems to be the tank of the group, is walking in front. Then he step on something that he shouldn't have. Suddenly the Superman's lesser beam light attack them. It pierces the shield that the tank was holding up, but the party behind him seems to have dodged that beam. However, the tank die in an instant. The punishment team vice captain, Tyre, a B-rank warrior, orders his members to stop moving, because if they move, they might trigger some other trap. Their strongest defense guy was killed in an instant. And now they don't have any cannon fodder group because they have already sent out the cannon fodder group as a bait. The members starts to wonder if they should return back, but the captain doesn't want to because they have already come so far, and going back now will be a big loss for them. And the name of the captain is Sirius, and he is a class A warrior. He calls out for the weakest one to come out and find the routes for them. The weakest one tries to run away from there, because no one wants to die just like that. The captain gets ready to kill him if he tries to run away and orders him to find the right route for them. The man got no choice but to follow the order of his captain. The vice captain suggests the man to take a device that might help him in finding the right way. But the captain cuts the device in two and scolds the vice captain for bringing such junk. He even gets ready to kill the vice captain if he brings up such junks again. The man stands up trembling and takes his first step toward his death. The first step he took, luck was with him and he didn't activate any traps. He has taken his first step, now he has to take another step. And this is scaring the crap out of him. The captain orders him to take another step and keep moving. He takes the another step. He is safe again. He didn't activate any traps. Captain orders him to keep moving and don't waste their time. And now the poor guy is losing his confidence and luck, thinking he will die for sure with this next step. He tries to run away and steps on the trap. This time the beam comes from the ground and pierces through his head. Everyone is shocked to see the beam coming out from the ground. They never thought that the lightning beam will come out from the ground. The captain then calls the weakest one from the queue to come out. Then they notices the door opening from the other side. And it's Cirrus with his new clothes. And Cirrus is confused to see the party members in front of them. And the team are surprised to see the cannon fodder group members, who seems to be safe and sound, and are on the opposite side of theirs. The captain is shocked to see the bait team. He wonders if they disobeyed his order and escaped there. But vice captain is happy to see Bella, who seems to be alright, and Cirrus. But the captain is mad to see Cirrus safe and sound. Then we are told the history of Cirrus and the Captain Sirius. One day ago, someone was pointing his sword at Cirrus, and that someone was Captain Sirius, and he has a strong reason for doing that. Because he found out that Cirrus knows the color of his wife's underwear. "Oh my god, don't tell me. Our MC is a wife snatcher." Sirius informs him that he got it all wrong, and he knows Sirius's wife underwear color because he is training his intuition for the next battle. And thanks to that training he can now perceive the color of everything around him. But the captain is not believing in him. He is ready to chop Sirius in half if he doesn't tell him the truth. His guard stops him because murder is illegal in the city. And now Sirius is also getting mad because the captain is doubting his skill. He gets ready to prove himself, and informs the captain that the two guards on his side are couple and the one of the other side is not wearing any underwear. And the captain is wearing a pink underwear. Now the one who is not wearing anything agrees with his captain to kill Sirius right away. But the couple informs Sirius that they can kill Sirius when he go inside the dungeon tomorrow. And even if they kill Sirius in there, no one will suspect them. They then put Sirius in the bait group. Next, in the big hall, the captain orders Sirius to come over, but the vice captain disagrees with the captain. He thinks that they just need to take Sirius and Bella's route to get there. There is no need for members to take more risks, but the captain thinks that they don't have much time, and that is why he ordered Sirius to come over to their side. And if the vice captain doesn't like his idea, he asks the vice captain to leave from there. Captain orders Sirius to come over to them by using his skill intuition. And if he dares to disobey the orders, Captain is sure what kind of consequences will he face. Sirius activates his map and gets ready to move forward. Bella tries to stop him because she noticed that something is wrong with that hall. But the captain have already given him the order, so he gets ready to follow that order of their captain. Sirius takes his first step. Everyone gets shocked to see that he is not scared at all. The system informs him to go forward 3 spaces and turn left 2 spaces. People are shocked to see if this is his intuition skill or just luck. Sirius walks in that deadly traps road like he is taking a stroll in a park. Just like that, step by step, he comes in front of the captain. People are shocked to see that he came over there unscathed, and the mechanism was not triggered even once. Sirius informs the captain that this is the result of his training, and that he and captain's wife have no such relationship. The captain puts his sword on his shoulder again. He is mad, confused, and shocked. He is definitely sure that this is not intuition. It's just a luck, and he will soon run out of his luck. And I think he is mad, confused, and shocked because he can't prove how Sirius knew his wife's underwear. He gets ready to make Sirius lead the way. Next, the party is preparing to move to the next room. Sirius notices some kind of mushroom. The system informs him that after eating that kale mushroom, it will increase the physical strength and soreness. However, humans will experience diarrhea after eating it. Sirius gets ready to take that mushroom for someone special who is hiding in his pocket, thinking that she might be hungry and the mushroom might ease her hunger. He picks the mushroom. However, the smell of the mushroom is so tempting that it's making him want to eat it. The captain notices him and asks what did he got there. Sirius shows him the mushroom he got. The captain snatches it from him. And since the mushroom smells so delicious, the captain eats it, and informs Sirius that after conquering that dungeon, all the resources there will belong to his guild and his team, and nobody like Sirius is not qualified to steal without his permission. As a low-rank party member, Sirius follows his order not to steal anything from that dungeon, and Vice Captain and a healer is healing Bella. And Vice Captain is mad because Bella went into that decoy group without informing him about it. But Bella went to that decoy group on her own initiative. However, I think there was some other reason behind it. Sirius informs the captain that the door next to him is the door leading to the big boss, and the next door to it is a dead end with nothing in it. Next, the vice captain informs Bella if she is thinking of protecting that weak warrior, that she should stop it, because they were brought into that dungeon as a bait, and their captain will do anything to make sure that they stayed as a bait. Next, Sirius is informing the captain that there are no traps inside that door, and he can just go inside to check it. Captain orders him to go and open the door. Sirius gets ready to open the door. Captain orders everyone to stay alert because there can be anything inside that door, and the mushroom inside the captain's stomach seems to have taken its effect. Now his stomach is singing some Galulu song. Sirius opens the door, and as he said, there is nothing inside that door. But on the other hand, Captain is having some hard time holding his Galulu song back, and seems like one of his party member have noticed about some peculiar smell. Sirius starts to explore that room, and after taking some few steps, he stops. Captain asks him why he suddenly stopped, and that mushroom that is singing inside his stomach is getting worse and worse. And seeing the captain like that, Sirius gets a very bad idea, and informs everyone that there are some traps inside that room, and to escape it they will have to run very fast. Now the captain is in trouble. He orders Sirius to stop running and walk slowly. And since Sirius is the one leading the way, everyone starts to follow his order and starts to run, if running can save their skin from some traps. Then suddenly Galulu song comes out from the back door of the captain. He was barely holding it in, and it was very difficult to hold it in when he was running so fast. Everyone in that party starts to smell some poisonous gas in that room. and starts to cover their nose so they will not inhale that poisonous gas. And after smelling that poisonous gas, they are now even more sure about what Cirrus told them, that there are some traps inside that room and if they don't run, they are finished. The shameless captain also agrees with them and orders everyone to run faster or they will be poisoned. When he is the one releasing that dangerous gas, they escape that dangerous poisonous gas, and the captain is mad and asks Cirrus if he knew about the properties of that mushroom. Cirrus acts like an innocent child asking what happened to that mushroom. Since the captain can't say that he is the one who was releasing those poisonous gas, he informs Cirrus that it was nothing. But he knows. One of Captain's bootlicker brings him a stone so that his tired captain can sit on it and take some rest. This makes the captain mad and kicks the guy. He doesn't want to sit on that stone because that will make it even more difficult to hold it in. He then puts his sword once again on Cirrus's shoulder and orders Cirrus to stop running, and if he runs like that again, he will kill him. Next, Cirrus notices some kind of tile on the floor and informs everyone to not step on it, because stepping on that tile will wake some very nasty monster. Thanks to Cirrus's intuition, they all survived that dungeon and didn't face some very dangerous monsters. The system notifies Cirrus about a rock above his head, and that he should never touch it. And the captain is surprised that even after they come so deeper inside that dungeon, not even once they face any monster or trigger any traps. It was like as if Cirrus have already came to that dungeon. But Captain thinks that it's impossible for an F rank to come so deeper inside that dungeon. Cirrus informs the captain that the room right in front of them is where the big boss is. And now that Cirrus have done his job, Captain gets ready to get rid of him. He notices that pointy rock above Cirrus's head and gets an idea on how to finish Cirrus. He strikes on that pointy rock so that it will fall on Cirrus and finish him off. Just after the captain attacked that rock, something comes out from it, a tail, and it attacks the captain, sending him flying far away. A predator comes down from that rock. More rock starts to fall around where Cirrus is standing, creating a wall around him, and this is scaring the crap out of Cirrus, because he is now trapped inside that rock wall. Then someone comes in there asking what a human doing in there, and it's a beautiful lady, and those poor buttons, they are barely holding on. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed it then please do 1K likes for part 2 and stay tuned because next is going to be a big kaboom.